is what the treaty is saying. The treaty is saying, the treaty is a response to the drawing of arbitrary boundaries of our people. Our treaty in the Constitution, our Constitution says that if we increase the number of seats in St. Kitts by 1, Nevis has to get 2 more seats. The Constitution says that Nevis, in any future arrangement, Nevis must have 1/3 of the constituencies, 1/3 of the seats. Arbitrary, despite whatever the configuration of the population is. Whatever the population is, Nevis must get 1/3 of the seats. Arbitrary. And that is in the Constitution. And so the Treaty of National Unity is a response to that, that we must not have any arbitrary boundaries. The Treaty of National Unity is a response to the inequity in the financial arrangements between the federal government and the NIA. That must come to an end. When the federal government could be selling St. Kitts and Nevis passports, making billions of dollars, it is estimated that the CBI has already brought in some over $5 billion, and Nevis counting. Douglas calling an emergency session of Parliament to guarantee a loan for $1 million to pay civil servants in Nevis. What utter disgrace and disrespect. We selling St. Kitts and Nevis passports and totaling over $5 billion. And the Nevis Island administration, Douglas calling an emergency session of Parliament to guarantee a loan. The Nevis Island administration must get a loan. They're using CBI money, SIDF money to do all kind of rubbish. And to pay civil servants, the Nevis Island Assembly must borrow money. And so this Treaty of National Unity is a response to that. And those of you, I want to encourage all of you to read the document. It is a document for posterity. I say all of that must be done. This secession and arbitrary boundaries, this thing about you must define your relationship in terms of percentages and fractions. 66%, 1/3, 1/5, 1/3, all those. That is not how our people must be defined. We cannot be defined in that way. And that is what the treaty is saying. We are saying that we are all Kittitians, 100% Kittitians and divisions. All like Thelma would like to say, Kittivisions, 100% Kittivisions. And we must not be defined in terms of percentages and fractions. No 66% and no 1/3 and no 2/3. We are 100% Kittitians and must be treated. That is what the Treaty of National Unity is responding to. We are one people, and we are saying that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts. And so we must see ourselves as that one people going forward. I want to suggest to you that this could only be divine. This could only be divine. This is team unity. Like I said, responding to a century-old problem of St. Kitts and Nevis. We could not imagine, I could not imagine, because I was in England, the same time that the Constitution was being written, was being negotiated. And I could tell you, I witnessed how people like Limor and St. John Payne and Fitzroy Bryant and others, how crestfallen they were. They thought that did not offer the hope and the aspirations of our people. And I'm sure where they are today, they are smiling to see that Team Unity is answering their prayers and their hopes for the people of this country. That is why I know that we are on the right side of history. And so I am pleased that we are here tonight in challenges, in historic challenges, to see that we are moving on in a way that our forefathers will be proud of. That is what this is about. The treaty, so Team Unity and the Treaty of National Unity is about capturing the spirit of our people. It is about capturing the spirit of our forefathers. That is what those people worked so hard for. That is what our forefathers fought for and died for. And we are giving expression and demonstration to the spirit and the hopes and aspirations for our people. That is what we are doing here in Team Unity. And so I want to encourage you. I want to say to you that this is probably the most challenging time in our history. We are people who have survived slavery. We have survived indentureship. We have survived colonialism. We have survived imperialism. And I want to tell you that we are now demonstrating to the world our future as a people, our future as a country. And I am so pleased that I am part of this, and you must do. This is no casual observer, no uninterested observer. You have to be part of this. I want you to understand how important this is, not only to this generation, but to generations yet unborn. I want to say to you that this is where we are. I want to say to you that there's no more important election than this one. This is going to determine where this country is going. This is where we're going to the country. And people must understand that it is something more than natural that brought us here. We couldn't have come to this position on our own. I believe that this is divinely inspired. And so I want you to understand that. I want you to understand that you have an important role to play. Because if we do not make it right on the 16th of February, the last state will be worse than the first. This will be worse than slavery. This will be worse than colonialism. And I want to tell you, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I prefer to die a free man than to live a slave again in this country. And you must feel this way. That is what this election is about. This is no simple matter. This is no easy matter, you know. I want people to understand that these are serious times. These are challenging times. And I am speaking from personal experience. I know, I have seen this thing develop. And I am dead scared of what could happen if we don't get it right. And so I'm here in Challengers this evening to tell you that we want to put it right. And it's important that we get it right. I want to give you a little story, because people think that this is just a joke, you know. People think this is just a joke. Douglas and the others have no answer to this, you know. Have no answer. They're making a joke of people. And so I passing down the street the other day, and a guy tell me, "Boy Sam, why you don't come back?" I said, "Come back where? Come back where? To what?" He said, "Boy, is Douglas all the way?" I said, "All the way to hell. But all you ain't gonna carry me there, and the country not going there with all you." That's what it is.
blood is on your
all the way
shoulder.
to hell. That is the answer, you know. No rational, intelligent, objective thinking about the situation. And I want to tell you, this did not just start. Dwyer Stefan will tell you. Dwyer is one of the persons who had expressed grave concern about Douglas's attitude and behavior. And I want to tell you as early, well, maybe that was later, because in some way about 2008, I was in Tortola attending a Commonwealth Parliamentary Association meeting. And Dwyer called me. And Dwyer said to me, he said, Sam, I am going to tender my resignation tomorrow. I said to him, look, Dwyer, you take it easy. I'm going to be home in a couple of days and we will discuss this. He said, I have nothing to discuss with you. That is why I wait till when you're gone to tell you what I am going to do. Because all I am going to hear from you is take it easy and let's see how we could get it forward. So this rubbish that Sam Condon and Timothy Harris was scheming with the opposition to undermine Douglas and Labour, nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth. We did all that we could have done. In fact, Timothy will tell you, after Dwyer's resignation, I invited, sorry, that might be a better word, invited a meeting, requested a meeting, that is a better word, requested a meeting with Douglas and Timothy. I said to Timothy and Douglas, I said, PM, you need to refuse Dwyer's resignation. In the presence of Tim, three of us, I requested the meeting. I said, you need to give back Dwyer his resignation. He said, how do you mean give back Dwyer? I said, you know how I mean, you did it already. Dwyer resigned, Dwyer offered his resignation already when he was Minister of National Security. And Douglas refused it. I said, that could be done. He said, why I must do that? I said, because this is not good for the party. You must, we should have some reconciliation. Douglas said to me, reconciliation? What that mean? I don't know what that mean. Ask Timothy. Douglas told me he does not know what reconciliation means. He does not know. And so I want to know if all those people who putting on them red shirt, running up and down town, understand the efforts that were made in the Labour Party by people like Dwyer, Timothy, and myself to get us on the right road. But I want to say, nothing before its time and everything in time. So this team unity isn't anything that was contrived by anybody. This is something divine. And so that is what all is about. I told him that with Dwyer leaving, that is the thin edge of the wedge. And that could continue. I never in my wildest dream thought that we would have reached to this position. But that is how it goes. And so I want to say to the people of this country, God is speaking to us. And we have to listen. This country cannot continue under Douglas. Just imagine, 20 years later, in 2015, 20 years since 1995, we came to office. Douglas is saying, Douglas said 20 years ago, his first order of business is law and order. In 20 years since in government, he has been the Minister of National Security for 15 of those 20 years. And what have we seen? We have seen Douglas has cultivated a culture of violence, both by word and deed. and left in Douglas's hands, we will be destroyed.
I want to cry.
You want to lie? We cannot afford that. Future generations will cry shame on us. We have a duty. This is our responsibility, that we put this country right. Like Mahatma Gandhi said, this is not, we have not inherited anything. This is not a legacy. We have borrowed it from future generations. And so we want to make sure we pass it on, enhance and improve.
Freedom is coming.
So we are saying that Team Unity is a coming together of three political parties. Not only an alliance between PAM and the PLP, but we have an alliance as well across the narrows to CCM. We say we have to stop looking backwards. That is what the treaty is about. We have to look beyond. We have to look beyond our faults and see our needs. That is what the Treaty of National Unity is about. And so all of us, we have brought all our energies and experience to bear on one thing: forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. And I want to say that Team Unity is presenting to this country the only option that people have to take this country forward. We have a team of men and women who are committed, patriotic, and devoted Kittitians and Nivisians who want to see better for our country. And so we say we are one people under God, saluting one flag, embracing one coat of arms, and singing one song. Each one of us must lift our voices and sing until earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. We will sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has brought us. We will sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. We will unite till that victory is won on the 16th day of February 2015. In the meantime, we will stand protected by the Almighty hand, and we will forever stand true to our God, true to our native land. I love you all. God bless you.
When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no.
Yalai, family, family. I don't know, honorable, between you and Mr. Grant. I really don't know who gonna share the most licks down here. Come let the two of them battling out for licks. Boundaries don't pay 17% VAT, people. All the votes here pay 17% VAT. Boundaries don't do that. Boundaries don't vote. People vote. So come what may, on the 16th of February 2015, Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant is going to be the representative for constituency number 4. Family, we're gonna pause for a while because it ain't only all seriousness up here. We have room up here for everybody. As you can see, we had Small Axe Band. So now we're gonna hear a little bit from the Rastaman himself from Challengers. Ras Aijen, you ready? You ready? Number 4, you ready? St. Kitts Nevis, you ready? The man, Ras Aijen.
Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together as one in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head of Aaron, down to his precepts, down to his garments. After Jew of Hormon ascended upon Mount Zion, we the and I shall not die but live forever. Give thanks and praise for this communion. First of all, let's give thanks and praise to King Creator. As we as Rastafari hail him as King Selassie I first. Jah! Rastafari! King Selassie. Give thanks and praises. I'm going to play this track entitled Gang Bang. This track was recorded in my little home studio, and I would like to illustrate to the children and the young the consequences of negative actions and bad choices. Break it down, my brother. Track number 2.
All of this killing is really telling me something. Innocent children is now the victim. So much ammunition and no direction. We got to take a stand and give the youth some correction. Gang bang, guns only put you in a slam. Jam, hey, hey, all these gangs, hey, I ain't made out of rocks, you ain't made out of stone. All that we got is just blood, flesh, and bones. What sense does it make with the evil choice you take, which puts you to sleep and you're never gonna wake up? Gang bang, guns only put you in a slam. Jam, hey, hey, all these gangs, your weapons only put you in a slam. Jam, hey, hey, all these gangs, when you show off your possession, it's a slam. Jam, hey, all these gangs, bang. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, banging really hurts you, it makes you feel mature, but it could turn you to a statue and see vegetable. Say you pull up your glass and start pumping the shots. Took you by surprise when you got hit in your back. Next thing you know, your whole world's in black. Gang bang. You better watch your back when you walk into the path. Initiation. Whoa, whoa. All these gang bang weapons only put you in a slam. Jail. All these gang bang put you in a slam. Jam. All these gangs, it's a free day, men and women of tomorrow. Ganging and banging only brings you sorrow. Gather up the knowledge, you could make it to college. Don't throw your life away and be a down savage. Gang, bang, guns only put you in a slam. Jam, hey, hey, all these gangs, your weapons only put you in a slam. Jam, all these gangs, when you show off your possession, it's a slam. Jam, hey, hey, all these gangs, when you provoke the opposition, it's a slam. Jam, hey, hey, all these gangs, when you get out of college, you're gonna be your own boss. You ain't gonna be no employee in no factory. The ball is in your court, shoot your very best shot. The opportunity is yours, the last chance you got. Keep your head up high, keep on your thinking gap. Love what you do and you will pursue. Ain't got no time for the gangs.
No time for the gangs. Rastafari. Peace and love.
I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry.
Me no know about you, but me love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Me no know what them a talk about when them say St. Kitts and Nevis mad. When everywhere in the world have problems, everywhere I need God. Tell them easy no man for me, I love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Say me no know about you, but me love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Me no know what them a talk about when them say St. Kitts and Nevis mad. And everywhere in the world have problems, everywhere I need God. Tell them easy no man for me, I love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Full time if you big up me own, big up me own. Me know I ain't done more politics. Right now I leave that alone. And me woman me ice enough. Watch it with the eye tall rice enough. St. Kitts and Nevis nice enough. The place where we call home. Say me no know about you, but me love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Me no know what them a talk about when them say St. Kitts and Nevis mad. When everywhere in the world have problems, everywhere I need God. Tell them easy no man for me, I love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Say me no know about you. Say me no know about you. Say me no know about you. But say me no know about you. But me love St. Kitts and Nevis bad. Me no know what them a talk about when them say St. Kitts and Nevis mad. When everywhere in the world have problems, everywhere I need God. Tell them easy no man for me, I love St. Kitts and Nevis bad.
Peace
Me
and
no
love.
know about you.
Due to a little bit of technical difficulties, the guitar sound's not coming through the system, so feel nowhere. We're gonna give our next artist a chance, and let somebody get a next chance to do something. But I hope you feel me with gangbang, Bless up, Rastafari live. Rasta. Good evening, challengers. Good evening, challengers. All right. Well, I'm back again to sing this song called The Choir of the Ghetto People, and the next one called Choices. Because in life, we are going to make a choice, and when the music, DJ Cole. Yeah. This one is called The Choir of the Ghetto People. Good night. Whoa, whoa, why? 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 Yo! Me said the system full of fraud. I said the jokers who a play with people, man, like it a poker. See them people we say we are gonna vote for. None of them never live up to their vows now. I need to the system. Pull up one more time. Can't really hear the music. I will leave the stage for a minute. I can't hear the music off the stage. The system full of fat jokers. Play with people, man, like it's a poker. The mic too loud and the music too low. Set the music, please. Me said the system full of fraud. I said the jokers who are play with people, man, like it's a poker. See them people we say we are gonna vote for. None of them never live up to their vows, no. I need to the system. Only get a youth and don't be the victim. See them people we vote to win the system. Tell me why them always turning on the victims. Well.
It's time to be stand up for escape. And be a better place where we know we can be. Somebody for Sandy animosity and come together, they believe in us of unity. It's time we stand up for escape. And be a better place where we know we can be. Somebody for Sandy animosity and come together, they believe in us of unity. Whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. We are crying for the ghetto people who are feeling. Whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. And we are crying for the ghetto people. Look. Peace for the victim, what they made of you and I. Living in this system, it's so hard to survive. It's for the ability to give you salary. Taking out your money, take it back. Come on, these for tax. What they mean by that? And I take away and do and give back. So tell me what's the meaning of that? But I expect poor people to live with that. Hey, it's time to me stand up for escape. And be a better place where we know we can be. Somebody for Sandy animosity and come together, they believe in us some unity. It's time we stand up for escape. And be a better place where we know we can be. Somebody for Sandy animosity and come together, they believe in us some unity. Whoa, 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 sing out. Whoa, 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 help me sing. Whoa, 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 whoa. How we are crying for the ghetto people who are feeling. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up? You're feeling the pain. You're feeling the struggle. Let me see your hands, please. Let them know everybody feeling it, because we're standing up for ourselves, really, you know. Wave your hand and say, whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, 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 hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. And we are crying for the ghetto people. This system full of fraud, jokers, gamble people, man, like it a poker. See them people we say we are gonna vote for. None of them never live up to their votes, no. And it's wrong. Shalakai, big up yourself. Run the next shot, please. Well, you see in life we are got to make a choice. And some make the right ones and some make the wrong ones, but we still got to make a choice. Alright? Yeah, cool, like we got all the song them still. Sing out with me. In this life, in this life, in this life, hey, in this life. What? We all gotta make a choice, and some make the right ones, some make the wrong ones. But we all gonna make a choice in this life. Challengers, we all gotta make a choice, and some make the right ones, the wrong ones. But we all gotta make a choice. So me tell them, should I, could I, did I, why I made a choice. And now I gotta sit back and face all the consequences for the choices in my life. So I pray to the Father, help me get wiser, so I can guide the ghetto youth them coming up in my graduation. Remember this, keep confident within yourself. But make nobody try and break down your self-confidence. Why? Cause peer pressure, that can hold you, that can hold you. But pray to the Father and make him mold you, take control of you. Cause in this life, sing out, we all gotta make a choice. And I some make the, and I some make the. But guess what? Cause in this life, I say we all gotta make a choice. And some make the, and I some make the. How we all gotta make a choice. Who is you to judge me for the choices I made in my life? When the choices you made you into who you are. I'm just trying to fulfill my destinies. Yo, no one said the road that I chose was gonna be easy. It was a gamble for right or wrong. Choices, a gamble for right or wrong. Yeah, we know. Choices, challengers will have to stay strong. We all gotta make a choice, and I some make the, and I some make the.
Desert back. All gotta make a choice in this life. Help in this life. Help me sing. In this life. One more time. I can't hear you. In this life, we all gotta make a choice, and so make the. But guess what? We all gotta make a choice in this life. We all gotta make a choice, and so make the right ones, the wrong ones. But we all gotta make a choice. When it's still life. This is a song from my heart, you know what I mean? This is the reason why I don't trust too much people. Because you let a lot of people into your life and they take advantage of you when they feel like you're too nice, you know what I mean? So you just got to be rock solid all the time. Speed them with a long spoon. Say, I don't really trust no one. No. Me just a give thanks and praise to the Most High, He bless me mission. Why? Because nowadays you have to be very mindful of people. For mankind has done to some evilous people. That's why I in Chubby don't really trust no one. Look, so me tell them the rumors created by haters and spreaded around by fools and accepted by idiots. Bellied by the man who carry the heart of Judas. But always remember, who just bless us, say no man can curse. No man can curse. So no matter how them try for unity, the humble and the meek, I know reach your kingdom first. So me now make nobody make me lose my cool. Pick up no gun and go be no fool. Right now, say me dead upon a mission. Me now let the devil in my heart come use me like no tool. I don't really just know. Say none of them. Every time some face to the Most High, we bless me mission. Each and every day. Nowadays, I want to be very mindful of people. I'm gonna turn to some evilous people. That's why I let be really just so remember when me first start singing, everybody used to heal me, then turn round spread rumors on me. From then again me start find out who's my friends from my foes. Enough of them when I hear them no more. But give thanks for those who stood beside me. Can't forget my friends and my family. And I know when through the struggle with me. Went through the struggle with me. And if this a job plan for me, just let it be, cause prophecy it must fulfill. And I know this ain't the result for me. God, reward is gonna be great for me. So that's why we'll give thanks and praise, you know. Blessed love to everybody, you know. And remember, make the right choice, don't make the wrong choice. Cause nowadays you have to be very mindful of. For mankind has turned to some evilous people. That's why I in it Chubby don't really trust no one. What's all we're gonna break it down? Rumors created by haters and spreaded around by fools. Accepted by idiots, bellied by the man who carry the heart of Judas. But always remember who just bless us, say no man can curse. No man can curse. So no matter how them try to fight me, the humble and the meek, they reach your kingdom first. I really trust no one. Me just give thanks and praise to the Most High, He bless me mission. Cause nowadays you have to be very mindful of people. For mankind has turned to some evilous people. Family.
Amelie, give me chapter. Nature B and Rasa Edwin. Indeed, they're sending a message. This gang banging thing is no good. And we have to make a choice. And I sat there and I wondered, how come all these people use their talents to send messages to the young men who are in harm's way? And our government just ignore these people all these years. People dying, you don't hear anything at all. In fact, the beginning when I remember talking about it when Atlee, and they say, oh, it's one subculture. What kind of people are these? What kind of heart? But that's the choice they make. And so we have to make a choice to get rid of them on the 16th of February. But before we do that, we're going to all turn up. We're going to go to church on Sunday at the Antioch Baptist Church, 9:30 sharp. Be there. Let's pray. We got to pray, and we got to pray, and we got to sing praise. We got to give God thanks for the victory and the deliverance that he will bring come February the 16th. You know, family, listen up. Bear with me a little while. I know you're anxious to get your candidate, and the leader will come. But I just want to say a little thing. Why I'm really here tonight. Sometimes I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes when I wake up morning between maybe around 5, 6 o'clock, and I lie, and the Spirit just deals with me. And this morning the Spirit told me I had to be there. You know why? Because I'm publicly, one good thing, when they adjust it for me now, they ain't gonna adjust it for another speaker. Well, I'm here to say a little something about that speaker. We all have experiences in life, and we all make choices in life, and they all have consequences. But what is important is how we move beyond those consequences and those choices. It is not about getting bitter, it's about getting better. I am one person, and you know, I don't idle with this Newtown warrior mouth. And so I had gone publicly and stated, 3 people I'd stated publicly should demit their posts. The first one was Denzel Douglas in 2008, when in the midst of the crime situation, he brought a man here to sing at a free concert called The Assassin. And I said that any leader of a country, when a country was facing a crisis like that, or young men dying in the streets, to bring someone here called the assassin needed to go, was not worthy of leading our country. After the last election, or during the last, when there was the incident at Marriott, I said that Lindy Grant needed to go as leader. And I said that not because I didn't believe that it was a setup, but I believe that he ought not to have found himself in that position. After, the third one was Pastor Benjamin. After the election in Nevis and he was found guilty of misfeasance, I said he needed to go. But you know, 2 things I have to talk about concerning Lindsey Grant, why I have to be here to say something on his behalf. During the Bastia High School debacle, one day his wife came to me and said to me, after a meeting we had, that she has a son who is ill because of the school. And from time to time we spoke, and one day I said to her, well, why is your son still at this school? They had to take him several times, I think maybe every week, to Puerto Rico at great expense. I said, and she said to me, the doctors there asked me the same thing. She said, but you know, he's there, those are his friends, he's comfortable. And I just looked and I saw that these parents had a difficult decision to make. They had to consider their child's health. But I believe they concluded that it was not life-threatening, so they would leave their child to suffer with the others. Nigel Carty refused to let his child go to the school, even though he was saying the school was safe. That is the man who recently Dr. Douglas said was the best man for the job. What does that say about his concern for the children and the parents and the students and the teachers of that school? What does that say about his love for country, for the children dying, for the children sick at this school? And I understand that one of his cabinet ministers is even questioning, in a way, whether he really loves. And you have to consider that and make that choice. Does he really love you? There's a man who, after all these years, a doctor sits so far off. A doctor goes and he listens and he examines and makes a determination based on what he hears and he sees and he finds, he or she. But one sits down in government headquarters and with all the evidence says, simmer down, nothing wrong with this school. And you know, they are fixing the school. They haven't brought power as far as we know. We haven't heard that. They're not even telling the teachers and the teachers union anything, but they're going ahead. That means if you make the mistake and put them back there, they're going to force your children and teachers to go back to the school. So you have a choice. You must make a choice. But the second thing I want to say, after that incident, and I wouldn't know the workings of it, who decided what? Lindsay had to demit office, to leave as leader. But he stayed. Obviously, you saw something, you wanted him, something in him, and so the constituency kept him on. And that must say something. But it all...
Strength of a woman.
But it also says something about him because he was willing to step back and be led. He was the leader, but he was willing to step back and be led for the good, the greater good of his party, his constituency. That takes some doing.
You make me stronger.
That takes some doing. It reminds me of another doctor. I didn't support him. He was my doctor. He was my brother's friend. He was vice president of the Netball Association in our glory days when I was a part of the team. But I didn't support him because my party, of course, in this country, our party come first. So I was a Labour. I didn't support him. He was not my enemy, but I did not support him. In 1993, he had 5 to Labour 4 because Vance said his stool didn't belong to anybody. And we threw bottles and stones because we said that was not unfair. And the Christian Council and Evangelical Association, we all remember it good. They went to the Four Seasons, they had an accord, and they said to him, go back to the polls. He didn't tell them, you ain't sign it. He ain't say it's cut and paste letter. He went back to the polls. And he gave up peacefully. He was there 13 years. And he was 57 years old. We have another doctor. A motion of no confidence. 2 years. And don't care how they talk and they talk and they talk, he gonna stay there. He is not giving up. And at the end, he is so desperate to hold on. What he say? Me ain't gonna say what he say. What you say? What he say? What is he say? What he say in St. Paul? Me ain't gonna say what he say. What he say? No, you're trained to be a doctor. to preserve life. But out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And we must listen. And we must compare. And we must understand what leadership is all about. Leadership is about service and sacrifice, willing to step back for the greater good, not to hold on tight for green debt, literally. And so I bring to you your candidate. He spends time walking around, talking to you, doing all sorts of things, mingling with you, and he has your concern at heart. And he was willing to be a true leader, not just to serve you, but to put you above self and step back when the time was needed. Help me welcome your candidate. And let me say one last thing. One last thing before he comes. As much as we are bigging up, this victory is about you. This is about the contract they have with you. And he's a lawyer, and let's hold him to the contract and make sure those things. Sam spoke about them. We don't want no other Douglas, term limits. We want motion of no confidence, sort out, boundaries, everything. And we're going to hold him to that. Welcome to the podium. No other but your candidate for number 4, Lindsey Graham.
We are the chosen generation. All for the soul. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation. All for the soul. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. I know who I am.
Family, a pleasant good evening to one and all. I want to first of all thank the chairman this evening, the chairwoman, chairman. The chair lady is probably the better word. Mandy Marshall. Mandicia. I also want to thank the entertainers. Give them a round of applause, please. And as you realize, we have homegrown talent. And so we brought you some homegrown talent this evening. Now this evening, I am here to address challengers and constituency number 4. And as I've said to you on the campaign trail, we cannot have a unity government unless constituency number 4 is in the house. And so we have a job to do in challengers and constituency number 4. We have to bring it right home. I'm not going to talk about my opponent tonight because he hasn't done anything for the past 5 years, and you know that. I'm not going to talk about him. What I'm going to bring to you in constituency number 4 is to tell you what I am going to do when elected next election, which is February the 16th, when I go to start to do the people's work. The first thing I want to tell you in constituency number 4 is that I, as the representative, come February the 17th, in my first term in office, I am going to bring to this constituency 500 houses for this constituency. You know in challengers that for the last 4 years in challengers is only one house was built in challengers, and that is the house of the representative. That's the only house built. Within the last couple of months, they brought and built one more house. One house. So the representative for this area who lives in Challengers only built one house in Challengers for the last 5 years. One house. And I'm saying to you, as the next representative, I am not going to bring you 100 houses. I am not going to bring you 200 houses. I am not going to bring you 300 houses. I am going to bring you 500 houses in constituency number 4. And the reason why I have to do that, because as I campaign in this constituency, day after day, there's a cry from the young people. The young people's cry is they want houses. They want houses. But I want to tell you, young people, not only am I going to bring you 500 houses, I am going to bring you affordable houses in constituency number 4.
This is a cry from the ghetto.
I have already spoken with the leader, and I'm told him that houses for $600 and $700 and $800, them ain't low-income houses. And I've told him that we have to bring houses that are affordable to poor people in this country for the young people. And that is why I'm telling you, we are going to bring you houses for $300 and less in constituency number 4. That is our pledge to you. But I also want to tell you, you can't get the houses and you can't get them for that price unless you overwhelmingly vote for Team Unity and Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant in constituency number 4 come February the 16th.
Step on them. I want to step on them. Step on them. On the way to the top, we go step.
I also want to say to you, I mean, can you imagine in Challengers? Don't take it from me. Just walk them down them steps there. And you see the state of that building. No doors. Nasty toilets. Window out. And they've been asking the representative for the last 4 years to fix that. When we have teams down here playing football, they got to go in the bush to do what they want to do because they can't see it unnecessary to fix that building there. I want to tell you in Challengers that come February the 16th, when you elect me as your next representative, within 30 days, I am going to have that fixed. Within 30 days. Because you are putting me there to do the people's work. That is what you're paying me for. I am your servant to do your work. And the day when I'm not doing your work, you kick me out and you put somebody else in. Because that is what you're sending me there for, to do the people's work. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine in this constituency, as I campaign throughout it, I met a young lady with 15 subjects without work. Can you imagine that? You send your children to go to school, to get a good education, to get your subjects, to get your certificate, and she do all that studying hard because she want opportunities in life. And when she gets you 15 subjects, you tell her no work there. You have people coming back with master's degree and bachelor's degree, and you're telling them go on PEP. We are saying in Team Unity, you deserve better than PEP. You deserve better than a minimum wage. And that is why we are committed to you to make PEP stronger, to make PEP better, to make PEP permanent. to make sure you have permanent job. Because when you're going to courts and you want to take out your furniture, you ain't want them to tell you that the job that we have is only temporary. You deserve better than that. And that is why come February 16, you're going to have a new representative for Constituency 4. You're going to have a new government, a government of team unity. You're going to have a new Prime Minister under Dr. Timothy Harris, the new Prime Minister, the next Prime Minister.
Rock it up, 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 rock it up.
I am also committed in challenges to make sure that the businesses, the mechanic shops that have been asking for years to get a piece of land to put their businesses on. I want to tell you, within the first year, you are going to have your relocation of your businesses. That is the kind of representation you want in Constituency 4. You ain't want the kind of representation to go in a Spanish bar and drink the rum. You want a man who's working for you 365 days a year, 7 days a week. That is the kind of representation that you want. And that is the kind of representation you're going to get. You want a representative who understands that when you go up there in the community center, your representative is supposed to make sure that we have proper maintenance programs in place to take care of the country's assets. We build good buildings, buildings that are supposed to last 15, 20, 30, 40 years. But because we don't have any maintenance program, the buildings fall apart in 5, 10 years. I don't have to tell you about that building up there. The bathrooms, them need fixing, need repairing. Places need painting. But guess what? Nobody is looking into those things. I spoke with a gentleman just this afternoon. And you know what I said to him? I said to him, what I want to introduce in this country is something novel. And let me tell you what I want to introduce. I want to introduce in every area of this constituency. That is Challengers, Old Road, Virchilds, Middle Island, a halfway tree. I want to introduce something in this country never heard before. And what is that? Let me tell you what it is. I want to introduce programs in Challengers. Let me use Challengers as the example. That we have a community here. You need to elect a little council. And that council will liaise with your representative. So the people of the constituency, you know what you want in here. You feed it back to the government through your representative. And your representative makes sure he gets the job done. That is what you want. And on that committee, you can have people who support Labour, who support PAM, and who ain't support nobody on that committee. Because my committee ain't a partisan committee. Because this constituency under my watch is not about PAM, it's not about Labour, it's not about unity, it's about you. That is what I bring you, real representation. I want to tell you, Thelma said something here tonight, and I really want to tell you the real reason why I'm here. The real reason why I'm here, because I know I've won the election time and time again. But this time, don't care what I do, they can't bang me in constituency number 4. I don't care what I do. And you know why I want to beat them? Let me tell you why I'm going to beat them. I'm going to beat them because the people of constituency number 4 honestly understand that Lindsey Grant is the man to represent them. And so, I want to thank you in advance for the support on February 16th. I want to thank you in advance for the overwhelming support you're going to give me come February 16th. And when you go to the polls And when you see the result, you're going to understand the kind of trust and confidence that has been reposed in me by the people of constituency number 4. I want to tell you, just like how I've been on the mountaintop, I've been in the valley too. But God is on my side. And that is why I'm here. And I'm here stronger than ever. They thought they would get rid of me, but they can't get rid of me. I'm stronger than ever because I believe in the people and the people believe in me. And so, when you go and you vote for me come February 16th, you're not only voting for me, but you're voting for a team, the dream team that will move this country forward in the right direction that we need to go. That is what you're voting for. And when you vote for me, you are going to ensure that the problem we have across Old Road Bay with the rocks falling down, that will be fixed also. It's time that be fixed on the new government. We are going to ensure that is done. I want to say to you, I have so many things to talk about tonight. But my colleagues know I am one who always deal with time. But I want to place a few blows before I leave here. Imagine, people ain't see the representative for 5 years. People ain't see Dougie for 5 years. But they come through here last night in Old Road, about 50 of them, to make a show last night in Old Road. But me ain't worrying about that, because the message I want to send to them is this. They promised 4 years ago that they're going to fix the jetty in Old Road for the fishermen. The fishermen them can't bring the boat up to the jetty. In fact, when the fishermen them come out of bed 4 o'clock a morning time, they got to jump in the water and swim to the boat to go catch the fish. You think I lie? A serious business. And nobody, including the representative, care or think about that they have to do something about it. And I've already told the fishermen, and I'm telling you tonight, that within my first 2 years of taking office, I am going to fix the jetty for the fishermen to make sure that they get to their boats properly. That is the kind of representation they want. You see, I am not up here bagging my mouth with a lot of stupidness. I talk in issues, I talk in facts, and I talk in what I am going to do for constituency number 4. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that every time we have torrential rains in Old Road, the dirt comes down the station street from up by Edmead, and up to now they can't fix it. They get people land up there by Edmead, and the land ain't no good because the land washed away, and people can't get land to be exchanged as a result. And you know why they can't get land to exchange? They can't get land to exchange because this government, this uncaring government, this wicked government gave away 1,200 acres of your land to some people in Iran, to some people in Afghanistan. And that is why come February 16th, when you vote for Team Unity, you vote for us to take back the lands for you in the name of the people. That is what we're going to do. You know how many roads, well, you know how many projects they have with unpaved roads? I don't even want to go through them, you know them. And I'm telling you, within the first term of my tenure in office, I am going to fix all the roads them to the various projects, because the people need to be driving on proper roads rather than on dirt roads 5, 6, 7, 10 years after projects have been built. That is what I'm going to do for them. I want to tell you, in Halfway Tree, you have a serious problem in Halfway Tree. Anytime you have torrential rains, people's houses get flooded out. They try to talk to the government. They try to talk to the representative. They try to talk to the Prime Minister. Up to now, not one thing done by them. You know why? Because they don't care about you. They feel like you come around election time, give you $500 and you're happy with that. They think they can come election time, give you a flat screen TV, you thank them and you vote for them. They think you're stupid. They feel like you come around now and give you furniture and you're going to be happy about that. But tell them you ain't want no bribe from them. What you want is real progress, real prosperity, real things. And what you want is a government who is going to give you real opportunities. We have said to you that we're not here to give you a fish. We are here to teach you how to fish. Let me say that again. We're not here to give you a fish. Because if I give you the fish tonight and you don't eat it and your belly full, well, that's it. Because you're going to come back tomorrow and beg me another fish. We want to give you the opportunity to teach you how to fish. So when we teach you how to fish, you go out, you catch your fish, you feed your family, you make some money, you got some money in your pocket, and you can come down and say, Grant, have a beer because things good with me, country running good. That is why you want the government of team unity and a national unity government. It's time that the farmers get some land to do some farming. All you hear in the government ministers do is get on the TV and get on the radio and talk about agriculture. Well, they don't know about agriculture and they don't like agriculture and they don't like the farmers. Well, many of you here, you know that I come from a farming background. So I am passionate about my farming. But you see, life is strange, you know. Life is strange, you know. All when I come back from university with my little degree in law, they used to call me the foul shit lawyer, you know. I wonder if I remember that. All when I come back from university, they used to call me the foul shit lawyer. Because I used to go deliver my exam around the country on a Saturday, and so when me ain't working, and they used to call me the foul shit lawyer. All of a sudden now is the man with the gold spoon. But I think people forget. Me ain't a foul shit lawyer now. Because it suits their purposes, all of a sudden, me got a gold spoon. But they ain't no, even up to sixth form. Even up to sixth form. I was bathing out of a bucket because me had running water in my house. What are you talking about? Gold spoon. Eh? Fooling the people. I ain't had no running water. And me and my brother used to have a competition to see who could bathe with the smallest amount of water. And I had such a good technique that I ended up being able to bathe in a cup of water. I laughing. Serious. I could bathe in a cup of water. But me ain't got enough time tonight to tell you how I do it. But I can give you a little bit. What I do? I take the water and I sop me and my wash rag. I soap up my skin. And then teaspoon by teaspoon, I rinse out the skin, teaspoon by teaspoon. And when I'm done, I bathe good with a cup of water. Some from Tubman, some are accustomed to water. Me had no water, so I know to bathe. And that is why, when I hear the people from the water department talk about conservation of water, a lot of I down there, when I brush my teeth, I run in the water, not me. When I brush my teeth, my water off, because I know how important water is, and I know what a scarce commodity water is. Anyhow, may want to talk about that. I want to go on. I want to tell the people in Half-Way-Tree, the young ladies who play netball in Half-Way-Tree, who've been crying out for the court to be paid for the last 3 years. Lindsey Grant is to your rescue within the first 6 months in office. I am going to have that done for the people of Half-Way-Tree, the young ladies, so that they can play their netball.
Freedom is coming tomorrow.
I was talking to a young lady 2 days ago, And I like to talk to the kind of people and the kind of persons I was talking to 2 days ago. Because she ain't want nothing. What she want is to ask me what I'm going to deliver for constituency number 4. And she talked about a particular thing, and I said to her, let me tell you, I have plans for the Virtues High School, and I have plans for the Tyrrell Williams Primary School. Because for Tyrrell Williams Primary School, within the first year of taking office, I am going to build them a tennis court that been asking for Tyrrell Williams Primary. I am going to expand your playing facilities that you have up there that you've been asking for so long. And let me tell you something, you know. I don't talk anything on this platform that I can't deliver. And I'm going to tell you, if the government can't deliver, if the Minister of Finance say want to give me the money, I am going to find the money for constituency number 4 to ensure that the things I'm saying I'm going to do, I am going to do them. The farmers, you've been crying out. You say you want land. You say you want fencing. You say you want water. We have that for you, and I'm going to tell you why. I was speaking to some young farmers on Saturday, and one of them told me that they rear pigs. As a matter of fact, he told me that at the moment, he had about 30 pigs. He had some problems though, but I told him that a Team Unity government is going to fix the problems for him. And you know what I told him? As a youngster, you are on the right track. Because we import in this country here about 800,000 pounds of pork every single year. You know that pork is about $10 a pound, which means that we bring in $8 million worth of pork every single year. You hear what I'm talking about? 8 million, you know. 8 million. It means suppose I decide I can give 8 people contractual obligations to make sure we cut out importation of pork. You mean 8 people in this constituency could be millionaires? You understand what I'm saying? We are here to give you the gold spoon, not talk about no gold spoon, because we want you to elevate your standard of life and living. We want you to be the best you can be. The best you can be. That is what we're fighting for. We ain't fighting for people just to be a pep. We're fighting for you to pep up yourself. Big up yourself. Give you the opportunity and let you ride the waves. That is what we want to do. And that is what we're going to do. So constituency number 4, look out. The country is waiting for Team Unity to deliver. The country wants change. I'm going to talk about 2 more things. I am going to talk about 2 more things. One of the things I want to tell you is this. The government is going to change come February the 16th. The government is going to change. And I want to tell you, I give you my commitment. And I've spoken to the leader and my colleagues. In this Team Unity government, there is going to be no victimization. Civil servants have no fear. Your job is secure under a government of Team Unity.
Unity massive, you ready?
I am serious about this. And to show you I am serious about it, I want to give you a little story. You know I have interest in businesses in this country. One of my supervisors called me just this week and said to me, Mr. Grant, you got a lot of people down here working with you, bad talking you, and they're working for you, you know. I said to the supervisor, everybody in the country is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody is entitled to who they want to vote for. And everybody is entitled to earn an honest wage to feed their family in this country. I am not in the business of firing people because they is from one party or another party. I've never been like that. In fact, last election, I had a young lady working for me, putting up stickers and them posters against me. I ain't got a problem with that because my job is to convince her to vote for me. And if I can't convince her to vote for me, I got to go again and try to make her vote for me. That's my job. My job is not because she opposes me to fire her. It can't work so. You know why? You know why? In this country, there is too much division. Neighbor against neighbor. Family against family. Friend against friend. Husband sleeping downstairs, wife upstairs because election time and no kind of thing, no loving for them in election because one support one and the other. I am telling you, that is why the country needs team unity. We're bringing everybody together in unity. Team unity is the way to go. I want to say two last things, and it is this. Come, Mr. DJ, give me some music. It's important. It's important for me to say this because as I go around on the campaign trail, we have become a society that during election time, the constituents expect to get something from the politicians. And because the other side giving out vouchers at 3,500 and giving them furniture and flat screen TV and cash and all kind of thing, a lot of people thinking, boy, they're good. But I want to tell you something. Do you know how much money the government collects from VAT every year? Do you know? Well, I want to tell you tonight. The government collects $140 million every year from VAT. So the government collects $140 million from you every year. And then they come once every 5 years. After they have taken $700 million, almost $1 billion from the people, to tell you they're going to give you $3,500, which is your money. You understand what's going on? It's not no love for you, because it's not their money. It is your money that you have given them in the VAT every year at $140 million over 5 years, $700 million. They come and they give you and they tell you they're giving you back something. You gotta run them for that. The final thing I want to say is this. There are too many murders in this country. Too many murders, too many violent crimes in this country. And I want to put out something to the leader of Team Unity to say to him that when we win this election, come February the 16th, I want us to institute an amnesty right away on guns. We have to get the guns off the street. And Mr. Leader, I'm saying to you, we need to give $1,000 for every gun we get off the street. We need to implement that. There are too many guns on the street. You gotta find the money, eh? Gotta find the money. The day of reckoning is less than 2 weeks away. The day of reckoning is less than 2 weeks away. How are you going to vote? How are you going to vote? I can't hear you. How are you voting? How are you voting? Unity Massive, you ready? Well, I want to tell you, from all the way in the east to all the way in the west, I hear people say they're voting what? They're voting what? They're voting what? And I understand that in the next 12 days, We are going to get a brand new government, a brand new Prime Minister under Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris. And as they say in number 7, what they say in number 7? I can't hear you. What they say? What they say? God bless you. Good night.
Unity Massive, you ready? Well, yes, who you voting? Unity. Who you voting? Unity. 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 Who you voting? Finger, finger, put up the voting finger. Full chatter. Full chatter. Because to
Harris again. Who we voting? Who we voting? Sunday 17th. Who going down Church Street? Harris again. Family? All right, family, just listen to the notices for the balance of this week. Tomorrow evening, all roads leads to Sandy Point. SP? 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 Sean, say where the best be. All roads leads to Sandy Point, with small acts on the road from Romney Ground, Old Dollar Stretcher, go straight down to Mount Idle, where we have the massive public meeting. Guest speaker, none other than Dr. the Right Honorable Sir Kennedy Alphonse Simmons, tomorrow evening at Sandy Point. Who we voting? On Friday, what happens on Friday? All right, Friday is nomination day, and we would like everybody to go out in the numbers and support your candidates. These are the candidates that we want. These are the people that we need, as a matter of fact. Because, I mean, another 5 years of Douglas's problems. Pure trouble. Pure trouble.
I want to cry.
So, who we nominating in number 1? Number 2? Number 3? Number 5? Number 6? Number 8? Number 7? And challengers to have victory? That is nomination day, and Friday evening we have a massive youth rally in constituency. Harris again. Massive youth rally Friday evening in Otley's constituency number 7. Massive unity rally on Saturday in which constituency? Yes, constituency number 8. Sunday, we're going to have a little bit of reverence on Sunday. We are going to go to church and we are going to pray with those at the Antioch Baptist Church on Sunday. And then Sunday evening, a massive public meeting at Taylor's Park in Bastille. Warriors from the East. Warriors from the East. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce Harris again. This is the man for the people, of the people, and by the people. This is a man who represents number 7 well. He stood up in parliament, not for himself, but for all of us, so that I can get land and you can get land. Representation throughout constituency 7. Harris again. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris.
I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. the sound. Different colors. Different colors. Different colors. Different colors. Different colors. Different colors. Hey, you come from the land.
Thank you very much. St. Kitts and Nevis, I love you. St. Kitts and Nevis, I pledge to serve you to the best of my ability. I want to thank you in advance for the excellent support that you have given to the campaign so far. And I know as a result of your hard work, your commitment, on the 16th of February, you will deliver the most massive electoral victory in the history of St. Kitts and Nevis. This is a campaign of love, a campaign of commitment to country. Team Unity was born, and at birth we defied history of divisiveness, of division. We defied the doubting Thomases who said, never will they see three political parties so different in history and outlook come together for common good. But on the 26th of September 2013, 7,000 people witnessed history in the making. And you, the people, have continued since then to make history. And that is why, as I promised you in Kayon, I reaffirm the promise that come the 16th, and you delivered for me all 8 unity candidates in St. Kitts.
If you're ready, when you start this campaign and get busy.
And the people in my father's land and Nevis deliver Nevis 9, the Nevis 10, and Nevis 11. We know that we have a government of national unity.
Similar know about you, but I'm thinking some Nevis body.
And I told you, on the 17th, we will have a public holiday celebrating in St. Kitts.
We come to complain, we don't come to complain.
And on the 18th, I declare another public holiday on the island of Nevis.
We come to complain, we don't come to complain.
And if you think we had people back to back when we launched the agreement, the Treaty of National Unity, wait until the 18th victory celebrations in Nevis.
Unity massive, you ready? When you start this campaign and get busy. Who you voting? Unity.
I want to say a special thank you to the very special people of number 7.
have never let me down. And I thank you. I thank you. And I promise you that I shall not disappoint you, nor will I disappoint the rest of the country. I come to the stars humbled by the response that we have been able to have. And even the man who declared that the boundaries are his, now a ball about the boundaries.
I have won elections as the leader of our party. We have won elections 4 times on these boundaries. In other words, they are mine. I love them as they are. Because I don't need the boundaries to lead the Labour Party into victory. I don't. I have used the same boundaries on 4 different times and beat the heck out of them.
Well, you hear that? They are his. He owned them. But now he balling every day. He has no boundaries. Tell Douglas, boundaries new are boundaries old. Unity shall win.
Nobody who will be, nobody who will be, nobody who will be.
We shall win the elections because you deserve this victory. Life has been too hard. Life has been too difficult for you. And despite all the claim that we are doing well, truth be told, too many are catching hell. Truth be told, I don't have to tell you how many months you are behind in paying your houses. I don't have to tell you because you know when the bailiff come and your job, you're gone in the bathroom. I don't have to remind you how difficult it is. Because when you make a phone call, you say, call me back, no money on my phone. That has been the reality for too long. And you have an opportunity now to change the fortunes for better. You have an opportunity to put a team unity government in place that will put money in your pocket and improve your conditions of life.
Freedom is coming tomorrow.
I say that this government, this team unity government will deliver. And we will deliver for all people. Whether you are Labour, PLP, CCM, NRP, or you're not PP at all. We will deliver. We are committed to a new way. We are committed to a more ennobling brand of politics, where man's freedom of choice is being respected. And we are committed to keeping our country united. We are committed to democracy at its best. And that is what you will be voting for. I want to give the assurance to those who are Labour, like I am. There is nothing to fear from Team Unity government. Your jobs will be secured under this government. The houses that you have, they will continue to be yours. And indeed, we will make it easier for you to keep them, because our plan called for the reduction of the mortgage by 50%. It is I who was the first minister of housing in the new administration in '95. And I did what no other minister of housing has been able to do thereafter. And indeed, in the history of this country, under my watch as Minister of Housing, we delivered the largest number of houses ever built in the history of this country.
But I'm not afraid. No.
1,207 units. Thereafter, they do a 400. For this term, they can't even do a good 200 homes. They're building. But Team Unity will be distributing them.
But I'm not afraid.
So the promises they are making to you, they can't keep them. And you know, they're promising people in Challengers, they're promising people in number 4 homes, but they're promising the people in St. Paul's, who they are moving to vote where they do not live. Douglas promising them the very houses that he is promising you. You will get a doggy if you make the mistake in number 4 and put back Glenn Goes Philip. You know that Ghost is a waste of time. You know that Ghost cannot take a stand even for himself. I am saying to the people of number 4, I encourage you 5 years ago to vote for Glenn, a young man from the community. I thought, being a young man, he would have worked with the young people of Challengers and Old Road and Halfway Tree, the length and breadth of the constituency. And I must confess that Glenn didn't work out. Glenn did not work out for you.
I want to cry.
So, yes, he gonna cry and the 16. So I want to offer an apology for Glenn Goes, and to say the duty now is for you to correct the mistake and elect Lindsey Grant as the next member of Parliament for number 4. I am very pleased to be able to call Lindsey Grant on the 17th. The Honorable Lindsey Grant, Member of Parliament for St. Christopher Falls.
Unity Massive, you ready?
Over the last 4 years, we have seen Lindsey matured. And we have seen Lindsey develop into a fine politician. And I say the future for number 4 will be bright with Lindsey Grant as your next parliamentary representative.
Freedom is coming.
I pledge to give the fullest possible support to Mr. Grant in his programs for the development of the people of number 4. The fisheries complex that they have, making it, as it were, a white-dead elephant. We will repair it, renovate it, and make it available to the fishermen of all roads. We will do that for you. We will do that because we want to give the ordinary people a fair share of the resources of this country. We recognize that although many of us were born in poverty, we and our children deserve a better standard of living. And this government will be your friend in government. This government will be looking out for the interests of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. All of the people, all of the people, all of the time. We say that our vision is of a successful people seizing the opportunities in our beautiful country and taking advantage of them in ways that lends to a prosperous nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. That is why we can offer to the 4,000 people on the PEP program a better deal, a step up, permanent jobs due to economic growth, due to well thought out government programs, due to private and public sector partnership. We are saying that will take some of the people on the PEP program, give them the opportunities to become self-employed business people, landscapers, hairdressers, barberers, retail shop operators, and all the other trades and crafts. We will help you to get it right and to make it right and to develop prosperity from your ambition, your labor, which we will reward and which the country will reward. We say to the PEP workers, you and the PEP now, or what you getting for it? Minimum wage. At the end of the week, you can't buy the things that you need for you and your family. Before the week done, you want money for bus fare. Before the week done, you have so much debt accumulated, you can't see your way. You can't get a visa on the PEP work. You can't get a loan with the PEP work. Therefore, it is clear that you need something better. And I say to you, not one man and not one woman willing to work will lose their job on PEP. Instead of your losing the job, we will find ways to ensure that you now get a sustainable job, a better paying job, so that you can take care of yourself and your family. At long last, you will get the job security which you deserve. And in addition, you will benefit from the many programs that we have to offer. One such program we are going to reduce the cost of living. How will we do that? The VAT and food, we will remove it to bring down the cost of living. VAT and medicine that gone under Team Unity. VAT and educational supplies that gone under Team Unity. Electricity arrears, fresh start that gone under Team Unity. The long promise delivery of alternative energy will come under Team Unity. We will invest in geothermal energy in Nevis and ensure that we move from feasibility studies into commercial production of geothermal energy. We have a wind farm, a contract by North Star offering wind energy, and that project has been stalemated for 7 years. When jobs could have been created, when the infrastructure from Tabernacle to Bellevue could have been improved, roads, electricity expansion, nothing has happened because Ossie Martin, as the Minister for Public Utilities, does not understand the importance of alternative energy to reducing the cost of living, to reducing the cost of doing business in the country. Team Unity understands, and Team Unity will get things right for you. I want to encourage you who are going through difficulties with your small businesses to give your vote to Team Unity. We have millions of dollars in the SIDF and the passport program. And instead of the government helping the folks who need the most help, like the hairdressers, like the barbers, like the farmers, like the fishermen who want an engine or a new boat, the government is prepared to give to its friends $43 million of your money and $100 million down for another facility. But what about you? Who will be standing up for you in government? Team Unity will be doing that. I am asking for your support. Those of you who for the last 5 years, and some of you for the last 20 years, can't get a piece of land in the country of your birth, Team Unity will ensure that every citizen and every resident deserving a plot of land, you will get that opportunity to earn it. We have 1,200 acres of land, which we will repeal under the vesting of certain Lands Act. How many hundreds by you doing? Acres. How much by you, Sean? 500 acres approximately in the Sandy Point area can be released to give people their housing lot, can be released for the farmers to get adequate land for agricultural development could be released for the young man who wants to set up his mechanic or welding shop, could be released to the young man, the young returning national, want to set up a laundromat in Sandy Point. Team Unity will do that for you. Team Unity will take the 400 acres of land in Keyon and the 100 plus in Lodge Atlas and make those immediately available to those of you who they have been telling their applications are on file. In other words, we are bringing a new form of government. We are bringing responsible government. And we are bringing in a government that will stand with and for the people at all times. We can make our victory on the 16th a most memorable one. And what I ask from the hundreds of you who have turned out tonight is to continue the campaigning. Now I know from what the crazy man says from time to time, sometimes you wonder if we are going to have elections. And I say to you, yes, elections will be held on the 16th. Whether or not Douglas ready on the 16th, there is no turning back. You know, remember sometime they were to burn us out. It look now, Douglas burn out. Monday night, a public meeting was to be held by them in Old Road. No rain or fall, but they get washed out. No meeting come off. Tuesday night, they were to have Monday. Sunday was Old Road. Monday, they were to be in East Pass there by Ian Patches, Liebird. They got frightened away. Nothing happened at all for Labour. Tonight, tonight nobody could find them. They gone off the road. They gone off the road. And so we know that they have lost steam and they have lost the confidence of the people. We must seize the opportunity to continue to do aggressively the work that will win the elections. Ensure that your neighbor is on board. Ensure that your family member is on board. And keep monitoring the voters list. Make sure your name is on the list. Tonight, I want to call upon Hesketh Benjamin as the chairman of the Electoral Commission and the supervisor of the elections to draw the attention to the fact that the annual register compiled up to December 31st ought to have now been published. In my view, Hesketh Benjamin and Parrot George are being very irresponsible in delaying the publication of the voters list. And we must hold them accountable for any breach of the law. I make it clear, we will not tolerate any excuse whatsoever for any delay in the general election. We draw the line in the sand. We are ready for the vote, and the vote must take place on the 16th. My family, well, don't even bother with that. Because whatever happens, one thing is clear. After the 16th of February, Douglas will not be in government. On the 17th of February, you will put in place Team Unity government, and we promise to give you the best possible service.
Unity Massive, you ready?
I promise you that my team of ministers will work full-time, not part-time, full-time to serve you. Your roads will be paved, not just at election time, but when there is a need for maintenance and repair. You will see your parliamentary representatives every day, not in the last shower of rain, like Asim Martin and Marcella would do. We will stick close to the people of this country, and I'm asking you to deliver the vote to us on the 16th of February. I want, finally, to acknowledge in our midst an outstanding leader, an outstanding advocate in law, in the Honorable Mia Mottley, who I'm told is here. Let's give her a round of applause. We welcome her, and we recall many years back in one of the struggles that was being waged in relation to boundaries change. It was the Honorable Mia Mottley, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesar, who came to St. Kitts and fought for democracy in that particular battle. So let us give her again a round of applause. My family, you need jobs. We already have a number of investors lined up to come to St. Kitts and Nevis to invest in a variety of industries to ensure that from day one we can deliver on our promises of creating over 2,000 new jobs for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I don't know about you, but me love St. Kitts and Nevis bad.
We have traveled throughout the Caribbean. We have traveled to America. And people are confident that your Team Unity can deliver a better standard of living, can improve upon democracy, and make St. Kitts and Nevis the best place to be. That is our commitment to you. Thank you for helping us, and thank you in advance for giving your support to Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant. Thank you very much.
We must wait. Yes, I love I, touch I, shall I.
We must wait. We must wait. We must wait. We must wait. Yes, I love I. Just I.
No need to rush home. No need to rush home. We have Smarlett taking over right now. No need to rush home, but who's going